So neuroplasticity is a hot topic, and I'd love if you could share a little bit about what exactly neuroplasticity is and how Lumna supports that.
Yeah, of course. So neuroplasticity is essentially the the ability of the nervous system to change, to be altered, and for scripts or pathways of the nervous system to be changed and altered. It used to be erroneously believed that the brain and nervous system was fully developed by age 25, and whatever you had by age 25 was it. No more neuroplasticity. Your brain is starting to atrophy. It's no longer soft and plastic or malleable. It's set in stone, and you're done, basically. And over the past probably really only 10, 15 years, definitely the past 5 years, there's been kind of an explosion as we've realized that that's not true. Our brains and our nervous systems can change throughout the entire course of our lives. That neuroplasticity never leaves. It does become harder the older we get to change the nervous system and rewrite those scripts, but it's never impossible. And up until we die, we're learning a new language or engaging in exercise or spending time in nature. All of these things actually physically change our nervous system. Interestingly, our nervous system, it really is, the reason it's called neuroplasticity is it really is kind of fluid in the way it can repair and regenerate, but it does take more time, again, like I said earlier, due to longer cellular turnover of the neurons versus things like your skin or the lining of your gut. Those are immune cells, blood cells, they turn over very rapidly, but nerves turn over much more slowly, which is why these things take more time. But again, we maintain neuroplasticity throughout the course of our lives. That's why we can learn things until we're very old. So basically, the idea of neuroplasticity is rewiring the brain and nervous system. So how LUMNA can support this is that we use neuroplastogenic or ingredients, basically ingredients that have been clinically shown to increase neuroplasticity, and this is generally done, at least per the research, through upregulation of molecules such as BDNF or brain-derived neurotropic factor and NGF or nerve growth factor. So by providing these chemical catalysts, we're actually able to more swiftly rewrite those nervous system feedback loops and break through the unhelpful scripts or feedback loops that are no longer serving our highest interest. So those are very deeply ingrained in both the central nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. But again, we are able to actually rewrite the scripts and the feedback loops to finally regain some semblance of safety and mastery over our own nervous system and space to pause and respond instead of just constantly react and snowball.
Yeah. And we have another question coming up where we'll talk more about those specific ingredients, which is always one of my favorite questions. And I think one thing that we're just really excited about is essentially it's kind of like a non-psychedelic psychedelic, right? Like people like psychedelics because it helps with neuroplasticity, which helps with that root cause change. You can get out of that pattern and create a new pattern that serves you. But for a lot of people, psychedelics is too extreme for them. And a lot of people, it's illegal. And so we just love that we created something that can support people on a level that's gentle, and also with that neuroplasticity, which is just so important.
Yep, and it's still, even though it's gentle, it's still very deeply acting. And again, psychedelics are not for everybody. There are contraindications. Certain people can't use psychedelics. So this is a great, safe alternative for those types of people who either don't have access or have a lot of fear or it is contraindicated for them. This is a great way to gain the same benefits over time without needing the intensity of those experiences.
Yeah, or even for people like me who I have an appreciation for psychedelics, I've had a really good experience with psilocybin. That's not something I can do every day. And so I, I'm a mom. I have, I have to show up for work. I can't necessarily do that. Some people can, I just can't. And so it's nice for me to have something that's natural that I could carry around with me when I'm traveling. I can have it in my purse. I can just use it all the time. That's also helping to support that as well. I think another exciting thing is that we have some more really interesting products that are supported with neuroplasticity coming soon. So look out for that.